Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. So this will be lecture 12 will be the last lecture of our newsreader app. So this was a complex app. There was a lot of code involved, but it's great that we have completed it. And if you run it by typing it yourself and understanding it, then you will experience that you have gained a lot of knowledge regarding how to use databases and how to get data from remote servers using API call in mobile application. So in the previous lecture we were discussing that we are going to store a news article in the database, and then we are going to read them, and then we are going to project this news article to the list view. But we only completed these two points in the previous lecture. So today we are going to project our news article to the list view, and then use explicit intents to view each article in the new activity, and then we will be using web view to read individual article. So let me show you the final version of our app. So this is the app. Each news article is displayed in the list view as a list item. So clicking on any list view item will take us to the new activity, and here you can see that we have a new activity, and this activity is about that news article, or it can be about anything. So okay, so let me practically demonstrate it. This is my emulator. So this is the final version of our app. These are our activities. So for example, if I click on this news article, so I will get the details of news article over here. So uh, you can read it, and then you can uh, yes, you can read it, and you can see that this is a very a huge news article. Okay, let me go back, and let me take you to our Android Studio. I remember that in the previous okay, let me rewind what we did in the previous lecture, because things are complex and I want to go step by step. So in the previous lecture we created a database having name articles, and having mode private. It means that only our app can access this database, and then the third argument was null. You keep it null for the moment, and then we create a table called articles, and if we're having id article id title and content as its attributes names or column names. And then you know that we define a list view, and then we call download task in order to get our article IDs by calling this by writing this statement task.execute. But here I won't be retrieving that information again and again, because 20 news articles are very heavy, and you need a lot of RAM and a good internet connection in order to get all those data or all those news article in HTML code format. But still, once you have downloaded it, so you do not have to execute it again and again. So here we define our array adapter, and we set our array adapter to the list view, and whenever we click on the list view item, so this method will get execute on item click. And then we use intent. Intent was used to go to the other activity, and that activity is called article activity dot class. So I have defined it over here. You know how to create a new activity and how to write code. But I mean, this activity will provide the content of the item that was clicked in on when you click on it, and the position will give us the position ID of that content. So then we start that activity. After that, once you have done that, but before that, this method will get executed update list view, and update list view is going to take whatever is inside the database article, and it will inflate it in the title array list, and then in the content array list. Remember that we define the title and the content array list at the top. So you can see them here at the top. So here is the title array list and the content array list. Alright, so with that, I mean, this is what we did in the previous lecture. And let me also tell you that where we were saving data. We were saving data after we fetch the article in the form of HTML content here. So we wrote an insert statement in order to insert values inside our article ID, title, and content. And then we wrote SQL statement called statement. Then we pass it this SQL statement to article db.compile statement. So remember that whenever you want to we want to put data inside or store data inside of our data in multiple steps, and then we use these question marks. So the first question mark is related with this statement. So it starts from 1, 2, and 3. So first question mark will be replaced by article ID, then article title will be replaced by the second question mark, and article content will be replaced by the third question mark. And then we execute our statement. And not to forget, we also whenever we are we finish downloading our data, so we also update our list view, because that is the point where we got a fresh copy of our data. So with that, let me also explain to you where the code for article activity. Article activity is a simple activity. We get the data from main activity. We get the content data from the main activity, and then we fetch it here in the by the get content. So you people are already familiar with the web view. Now web view is used to display web content inside the web application. We already have a lecture on the web view. If you do not understand it, then you can refer to it. But essentially you define web view as you get the reference of web view in this statement. So we also have this activity underscore article page, where you can see that here it is. This is our web view, and if I go to the XML code, you see there we have defined a web view, and it is constrained to the left, to the right, to the bottom, and to the top. Okay, then we enable JavaScript on it, because if you do not enable it, then it may cause problem in rendering your HTML content. And then we create a new web view client inside the web view object, and then we get the data. The data was the content, the web content that for the corresponding title that we want to display. And here we pass in the data. The context is the data of each article, and then the text is in the form of HTML, and encoding is UTF-8. So with that, you people would be able to see your data in the form of HTML, and this is what is the content in the form of HTML. Okay, so I have already run it, and you can see this app over here. But let me tell you that at the very first, it may take 30 minutes to fetch all those records. So if you should have a good internet connection and increase the RAM of your emulator, or if you are using your own real smartphone, then it should have at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. And then after that, if I click on any of these article title, so then you can see the news article detail over here. So this is how our app works, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. So there was a lot of complex thing I knew about it, but I'm going to share this code. I'm going to share this video with you and share this slide, and go and implement each concept one by one. It may take a while for you to understand this app, but I hope that once you have finished understanding it, so it will definitely improve your mobile application development skill. So till then, Allah Hafiz, and inshallah in the next lecture we will start developing another mobile application app.